Hello, I am Danielle, and I'm part of Group 9, and we're going. It's me and Felix Ashina, and we're going to talk about agile continuous delivery in the three ways. So, first of all, to define agile means moving fast and by iterations, receiving continuous feedback from customers, and making the arrangements needed. Um, we have right here on the right a small graph that shows a little bit about what the cycle of agile software development. And it starts with meeting, then plan, design, develop, test, and evaluate, and it starts over and over again. This cycle happens many times during the development process, and that's how basically it works. It's all about iteration and building through these iterations as the customer evaluates the problem, giving feedbacks, and saying what needs to be um, changed and what is good and what is not, basically. So the main point is to focus on deployment lead time, as we studied in this chapter in assignment reading. We learned that deploying is basically the main point. Um, we have to focus on this, and that's what how the customer will see that the work is being done. It's all about deployment lead time. This one of the main points that I liked the most was how to make it, how to reduce the deployment time. And in the book it says, instead of large batches of work being processed sequentially through the design development value stream and then through the test operations value stream, such as when we have a large batch waterfall process or long-lived feature branches, our goal is to have testing and operations happening simultaneously with design development, enabling fast flow and high quality. This method succeeds when we work in small batches and build quality into every part of our value stream. So, working in small batches helps us to see problems earlier as soon as possible in the project. By doing so, we build products with more quality, and we have a product and faster to we deliver a product faster to the user, to the customer, and that's what it's showing in this part. Continuous delivery. Um, in the book, it also says our DevOps ideal deployment lead times of minutes. In the DevOps ideal, developers receive fast, constant feedback on their work, which enables them to quickly and independently implement, integrate, and validate their code, and have the code deployed into the production environment either by deploying the code themselves or by others. So basically, the programmer, the developer will code, then this code is going to be um, delivered, it's going to be deployed. The customer will test and then give a feedback so that they can implement, they can integrate, and then or even validate that code so they can deploy it and put it into production. Uh, so basically, in this graph on the right, we can see that the flow itself, and it starts, then a feedback, then it goes back, then gives a feedback, and as you can see, there's always a feedback, and the process is being doing over and over again until it is completely approved. And then we're going to talk about the three ways, which are the basic key principles of the development ops, the DevOps. So the three A's is a commonly used phrase to explain the underlying principles of the DevOps movement. This phrase, the three ways, was first introduced by Gene Kim in the book called Phoenix Project. So basically, these three ways is going to these three ways are going to rule the the whole process. It starts by development, then ops, then the first is about developing, and the other is about giving a feedback, and the other is about iterating, testing, redoing things. So to explain a little bit more, we have the first way, moving right to left. So the first way enables fast um, left to right flow of work from development to operations to the customer. In order to maximize flow, we need to make work visible, reduce our batch sizes and intervals of work, build in quality by preventing defects from being passed to downstream work centers, and constantly optimize the global goals. So that's a very interesting point. Um, these four principles summarizes the first way. Make work visible, reduce batch sizes, then built-in quality, and optimize the global goals. The second way is focused on feedback. So the second way is about creating the right to left feedback loops with almost any process improvement initiative. The goal is to shorten and amplify feedback loops so necessary corrections can be continually made. Feedback is something really important. It's how the development validates or not the code. If it's going to be okay, or if it has to be done again, um, or if it has even to be improved. So it's really important. The customer knows what he wants, so he needs to give it the feedback. And as soon as this feedback is given, the faster the product will be made, will be done. And the third way, um, as I said first, is there are two main points. It's continual experimentation, which requires taking risk and learning from success and failure, and understanding that repetition and practice are the prerequisites to mastery. So basically, it's about trying till there's a real good product. The point is to give a quality product to the customer and in the minimal time possible. So it's basically that. Going back, it's just like the first way. It's about creating the product, make work visible, reduce the batches, then create something with quality and optimize the global goals, then feedback, and then trying till there's a real good, a high quality product. So this is the presentation. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later.